as you had mentioned, these two teams have a lot of history, not only during the regular conference season, but in recent years, a lot in the postseason, specifically the Big Ten tournament. Now, speaking about Indiana specifically, you had mentioned their first loss last week against a ranked Michigan opponent. Now, while Michigan was ranked, what you may not know is Indiana was first in the nation, and they had the game until the final seconds when they missed a penalty kick to seal the deal. Now both Penn State and Indiana enter into this game 0-1 in conference, searching for that first conference win. Red Hall is painted in a sea of white for today's matchup, and there's no better game for it than this one, as it is Kiyomi McMiller's first game against her former team, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. While at Rutgers, she was named Big Ten Freshman of the Week twice and had 3 30-plus point performances. Now at Penn State, she has already started all 18 games of the season and put up over 340 points. The time has come for the Lady Lions and the Scarlet Knights to take the court, as one of these two teams will find their first conference win of the season. Player of the game is the perfect way to describe Kiyomi McMiller's performance tonight. Kiyomi, you hit the 1,000 career point mark along with 40 points, a career high. What is going through your mind with that?
My teammates knew that I had the hot hand, so they just kept getting me the ball.
These two teams have some undug up history, having not played in over a decade, with their last matchup dating back to 2013. Penn State holds the all-time series record of 4-0 and looks to keep that shutout alive tonight with the help of one player, Ben Nash. Nash played in the first 3 games for the Nittany Lions, but was then called up to the U18 National Canadian team, where he played in a couple friendlies before returning to Happy Valley, and has since worked his way up to the starting lineup in which he appeared last game. He has now returned to the starting lineup, where you will find him at right midfield in today's evening. However, this will be no easy feat, as Robert Morris is coming off an incredible year, having not only won the Horizon League, but also made an appearance in the NCAA tournament. This should be a heated matchup for the two in-state teams. Back to you guys. Thank you, Jack. The Nittany Lions are officially back after their bye week. Despite being 5 games in the hole, head coach Mark Pavlik shared earlier this week and stated, "We are still in complete control of our destiny." That destiny will be faced off today against the Charleston Golden Eagles, who are searching for their 3rd straight win and their first ever historic win over Penn State. Will certainly be a matchup at the net. Back to you guys. Hello, and welcome to After the Whistle. Our video crews just got back from that game and others, all around District 6. Live from University Park, I'm Bronwyn Liber. In the school district office of Lee County, you will find multiple photos hanging up on the wall from athletic directors, coaches, and even players who have made notable impacts. One name in particular is Antoine Dixon, who was a standout player at South Fort Myers High School. With that second touchdown, Ty Slazer officially becomes Center County's all-time receiving touchdown leader. This is after becoming the county's all-time receiving yards leader just last week. The Lady Lions are coming off of their first conference win of the season after an overtime win against Purdue. In this game, Gracie Merkel was a key component to that, but she is out today, as you mentioned. She arrived with a boot and will be sidelined for this Spartans matchup. Merkel had a huge performance against Purdue. She had 19 points and a season high of 20 rebounds. She also currently leads the country in field goal percentage. So with her sideline, Maggie Mendelson and Amaya Evans are expected to step up in her absence.
Down the sideline, dodging volleyballs is Bronwyn Liber. Bronwyn?
Thank you, Jack. Certainly looking out for a few balls here, but getting back into it. Despite an underwhelming performance last night of only 1 block and a slow start for the Nittany Lions today, dropping the first set by 10. Owen Rose is the name of the game, turning a complete 180 for Penn State here, especially in that second set where he had 4 blocks, getting the team able to take the second and tying it up at 1 apiece here. The 3-time EIVA Defensive Player of the Week is making a statement and keeping it at a close one here. At one point in the game, your team trailed by as much as 16 as a deficit. How did you guys climb back from that and seek today's win?
It was our defense. We got to get stops and get out in transition and find some open shooters, and we knocked some shots down.
You guys had a lot of talent out here tonight, where it was their first time in Rec Hall, historic Rec Hall for that matter. You're now at 74 straight wins. What kind of culture do you have that leads to such a successful outcome?
Yeah, I think it's just a culture of gratitude. Everybody loves each other.
Now looking more to the midfield, we see you place Davey Levy and Dauda together. That's not a matchup we typically see a duo together. How is that playing out for you and working in the midfield?
We have a lot of faith in Davey. Freddie Bell's not available tonight, so I think he's come in and done a really good job. And
brand new head coach, just found out about the job back in April, had a quick turnaround to not only get get a staff, get a roster, but also get a schedule, hence the difficult strength of schedule, having so many Power 4 conference, non-conference games this year, including just about to get started here to the Lady Lions.
The Nittany Lions' shutout of a performance came from all areas of the lineup. From dual meet and rec call debuts to world champions, this Penn State team had a perfect conference opener to their 2024 season. Intentional. That is the word continuously used by head coaches and players of this Penn State team. Players Carter Dittman and Zach Stowe arose from the shadows to really step up in light of recent injuries and illnesses to bounce back and allow Penn State this 3-1 victory against FDU.
Starting off on the road, Penn State men's soccer had their 18th all-time matchup versus the Maryland Terrapins. The Nittany Lions entered the match unranked. Meanwhile, Maryland held a spot at number 12 in the polls.
Well, looking at the team as a whole, you guys got your 6th straight shutout of the season, 81st dual victory. What does it take to keep a program that successful for that long?
Just the coaches, of course. Yeah, the coaches.
It is your head coach's first year in this position. Obviously, you guys got your first win over Penn State in history. How has he kind of led you to this television and gotten you to this point in the season?
He's a really hard worker. He is, I don't know, I really don't want to know how many hours per day he spends in the gym. He's a really hard worker.
Well, show up you did. Those shots were falling like no one's business. This is also your 6th straight game with 30-plus points. Where's this chemistry and clicking this coming from?
I think just knowing that everyone's looking for me to do my job.
It's getting hot in here in Rec Hall, and not just because of the pyrotechnicians taking place in front of us, Rocco. The Lady Lions, like you said, are off to a hot start, starting 2-0, and kind of trying to bounce back from what didn't necessarily go their way last season. And a large credit to that can be from Kiyomi McMiller, who transferred in from Rutgers, having a highlight start to her season here.
I'm with Amani Lester, who just got their first Scarlet Knights conference win of this season. Congratulations on the win. You had 19 points today, very successful and needed. What was it like on the court to have that kind of addition to the team?
This game meant a lot to my teammates and my coach, and we were just trying to fight to get one win.
After a dominant first half, the Nittany Lions are leading 25-0 against the Indiana Hoosiers. The Nittany Lions have 6 #1 ranked wrestlers. However, fans have only gotten to see 2 so far. In the next 5 bouts, 4 of them will be #1 ranked wrestlers and will take the mat here to face off. It will be a dominant second half, but the most notable one to watch out for is Rocco Welsh at the 184, as he is the newly #1 ranked wrestler after defeating Angelo Ferrari of Iowa. Having opened its doors in 1960 and currently under renovation, Beaver Stadium has hosted multiple games, athletes, and notable artists. However, nearly 70 years later, it's trading its grass for ice, hosting its first ever hockey game. Penn State hockey took over the stadium for its first ever outdoor games, hosting 5 total, including high school, club, and D1 games.
We love the hockey team. We're 100% behind the Penn State hockey team. Want to see them win the national championship.
Single-digit temperatures didn't keep fans away.
Doesn't matter. Cold weather doesn't matter. This is hockey territory. Penn State hockey doesn't care about the weather.
No. Was it cold? No, we didn't notice that.
The historic transformation didn't come without challenges, especially when it came to the ice.
When it affected the way that we were able to make cutbacks and drive the net a little bit. That affected our game. We just kind of had to simplify our game a little bit more.
Again, I'm not a scientist, but I believe the sun didn't help like those corners in that end, and like a chunk of the ice came out, and so they were using snow, dry freeze to keep it playable.
The effort to make it happen was all hands on deck.
And like Pat Kraft's got a shovel, and he's shoveling snow down the chutes.
It was bigger and more vast than I imagined. Just never thought that I would be able to be on a hockey rink in that kind of atmosphere.
Despite the men's 5-4 overtime loss to Michigan State, men's head coach Guy Godowski was still grateful.
It's hard to feel negative because of the loss, because this was such an amazing experience.
With more than 74,000 attending, it was the second largest crowd in college hockey history. And the women set their own program record for attendance in their 3-0 win over Robert Morris. For After the Whistle, I'm Bronwyn Liber.